All right. Um, so I don't feel good. Like I haven't been feeling good for quite some time now. And hey, I'm looking for my bubbles cuz I refuse. I refuse to be seen right now, okay? um Relationships. That's the title of this little talk we've got going on today is relationships. Um, I don't do relationships. And why? I'd say because I just don't understand them. And I was taught to do everything but to do a relationship. Um, I'm happy alone. And which will lead me on to what I'm about to say now, which is marriage, which I guess we could all call considered to be a relationship, right? I never understood marriages because, for one, I got to see firsthand what a so-called relationship, or i.e., marriage, looked like um, from living in the home, which made me dread ever getting married. Um, I never understood why why people would need to go and get rings and stuff and then go to the church or wherever, however they choose to decide to have their ceremony. I never understood that, why you would need that in order to get married. Like, for instance, for me, I can definitely understand why people would want to be in a polygamous relationship. I can understand that. Um, and I just never understood the whole ritual thing. Like, okay, it's usually the man is supposed to ask the woman, right? He gets down on his knees, he asks the lady, "Will you please marry me?" And then she more than likely will say yes, but she has she has the option of saying no. And then you have to go get permission in order to get married. See, this is the behind the scenes type shit. Is what do you mean? You have to get like a marriage certificate. And then you have to go. You go and do your ceremony. The ceremony is boring as hell. And then you go do your little party, your after party. And then there's the honeymoon. I don't see how this is at all necessary. Um, but referring back to the polygamous relationship, how do you go and do this one in the so-called America? How do you go and have a polygamous relationship? Because most people are way too jealous and possessive over people. Um, I, for one, I would say I'm pretty possessive over people, and it's not natural. There's nothing natural about that. Like they say jealousy is a bad thing, but it'll be like, what do you mean it's a bad thing? What do you mean? Well, it's a bad thing to feel like you can control one person. I mean, and this goes for either or, whether this is a male or a female. I don't think that it's right to control anyone. I don't think that's right. Now, I don't think I was ever really good at relationships because, well, because I just don't fit the norm. I just don't fit the norm of what what women are supposed to do or think or believe, and which is pretty. It's whatever. I just don't. I just don't support the societal belief that one should get married, and I feel as if you really do want to get married, then why would you need a certificate to go and get married? Excuse me. Why would you need anyone's permission to go and get married? If you want to be in a relationship, then you be in that relationship, so be it. Um, so on what I would consider to be realistic is so to speak. Now, when I start talking about this, I'm gonna say this is probably like this is like this is definitely not PG-13. I don't really censor myself, and it will probably, if you get offended easily, this probably you shouldn't listen any further. Okay, so the reason why I support polygamous relationships, sometimes they're fake as fuck, and men are fake too, but not to the same degree as women being fake. Us women collectively, we are fake as shit. We think that we're supposed to be like this modest mouse, and or like this super diva and shit. Which, don't get me wrong, I don't have nothing against no modest mouse or against any divas. I just I just say that I can understand why a man would want to be with more than one woman. But at the same time, I can also understand from a woman's perspective why she would want to be with more than with more than one man. Because, well, are we talking about from a relationship aspect, or are we talking about from procreating? Like, are you talking about having more children? Or are you talking about just being a freak? Okay? Because both sides make a lot of fucking sense. And this is another reason why I just never understood relationships. I never understood the holding hands. And I just wasn't built that way. I wasn't trained that way. And I know it hurts. I'm sure it hurts. And but I've accepted a long time ago, like, look, I don't have no problem being alone. I understand that most people won't understand me, and and I'm not hurt by that. But as far as me changing, that's just something I'll have to do. Nobody can force me to change, and as much as they may want me to change, that don't mean anything. So back to this. I think it makes me feel a certain type of way. Like, I'm not one to even really be speaking about relationships. I really am not, because I feel like my first experiences or my first examples, like, my parents weren't the best people to give me an example of what marriage looked like, or what a relationship looked like, because it was so dysfunctional. And it's crazy. It's really crazy. And do I see, and that's another thing. It's like, I look around, and do I see people who are in a I'm sorry, who are in a relationship that seems to be working? Not really. Um I've been a witness to so much fuckery in people's relationships, which is like, which is why I just stay away from them. I stay away from relationships. I try not to get too much of my feelings involved. And I do it for obvious reasons. Because ain't nobody finna be hurting me. And I don't want to hurt nobody. So what the fuck? And marriage, I was like, marriage, you know how, I mean, marriage is nothing to me but it's just a huge fucking tax deduction. Okay? It's like how much money it costs to just go and get the fucking dress that I don't even want to wear. I mean, if I had to be absolutely realistic and honest, not just with myself, but to the world about what do I consider to be a relationship, is that I don't want to possess no one. I don't want to control no one. I want I want this person or us, because I have to include that there's a huge chance that it's gonna be more than just a me and him. So I would want us to be in a relationship where it's ain't nobody in no damn dress. I don't want to be in a dress. And if I am in a dress, I didn't need no one's permission to marry this man. I didn't need no ring. I don't need no ring to marry nobody. And like he or they would just be in love with me. I'd get like all the attention in the world, and we move like a fucking squad, okay? Like a gang, like gang. So, but I know that's not going to happen. And how do I know that that won't happen? Because females, us females, we have a tendency to be we can just be assholes to each other. Um, we be fighting over shit that we ain't got no business fighting over. Like, it really sucks being sick, but we be fighting over men and shit, which is something I refuse to do. And just things like that. And I just can't stand all this ritualistic, this is what you do and this is what you don't do lifestyle. Like, I don't like nobody controlling me, and I don't want to. Well, okay, I guess maybe to one degree, I'm not being completely honest when I say I don't want to control no one. No, I don't want to control no one, but it's like this is what I want and this is what I don't want, and if he or she can't abide by that, then there's no reason I'm in a relationship with this person or these people. Okay, so um, we should go back to, like, I don't know. I haven't met no people like this. I haven't met anyone like this. Most people just are just, I don't know. This is why I don't talk to people. This is why I don't talk to people. This is why I don't be in relationships. This is why there's no need to be in a relationship. And I damn sure ain't getting married. Not according to how, not with the custom now of how you'll get a ring and then you'll go and sign some stuff and then go pay. You gotta go pay just to go get married. I refuse. I refuse to do that. Now, uh, um, another thing is, like, I don't know, like, if I went so far as to say, which I won't, but if I went so far as to say I'm getting married, like, I'm not finna be getting in no marriage or no relationship. We're not leaving, okay? You're not leaving. We ain't leaving. So if we don't even speak the language of divorce. Like, what is a divorce? This is why I support polygamy also, is because it's like, what the fuck is a divorce? And why would you need to go through the legal behavior of getting divorced? Okay? Like, if you're not happy with XY, then you need to just leave him alone. Just leave him alone or leave her alone, and then you proceed forward. But I don't need nobody's permission to get out of a relationship with someone. See, this is just stupid to me. It's really stupid. I'll never understand this. But for me, if I already went so far, if I already went so far as to marry this man, because trust me, if if I was to marry someone, it would definitely be a man. Um, if I went so far as to do this, ain't no divorce. We're not getting divorced. Like, you want to be mad? Okay, you can be mad at me. You can go outside, or you can go do something to till you feel normal again. Till you feel normal again, and then you can come deal with me. So it's kind of like I never understood these things. I never understood divorce. I never understood why people participated in this shit. And I'm not the type of person who would go through the lengths, who would go so far as to go get married and then turn around and go get divorced. It ain't happening. It's just not how it's happening. Obviously, I fell in love enough. I fell in love with you to the point that I want to be around you for the rest of my life. You know, which is why I would say people need to be in polygamous relationships. But obviously, I fell in love with you. So what makes you think that you going somewhere or that I'm going somewhere? That just don't make no sense to me. And with how I am, oh yeah, no, you're not going nowhere. You're not going nowhere. So, you might as well just, you can scream and holler and kick. You can do what you gotta do. I just never understood the human experience as far as marriages, as far as how that shit goes. In the meantime, I don't know what more to say upon this. I think the day to day problems as far as marriages is the obvious ones. Is that usually people is getting married for all the wrong fucking reasons. Somebody's getting running into some money, or they're sexually whatever whatever it is. People love to use sex as a weapon, all types of shit. And that's just something. See me, I can't do that. I can't do that. Like I know that my so-called husband, he's gonna be like, it's not even, this isn't even a debate. This is not even a YouTube discussion, okay? I'm out of here for now. I get weird. I feel weird talking about these subjects because I really don't care. I just never understood why y'all get into relationships, or why people get into relationships and they feel that they need approval of someone else to be in the relationship, or they need to go to a church to get a relationship. Like, I probably won't be doing none of that shit. If I get married, nobody will know that I've been married, because I refuse to need someone else's permission to be married to this man, or don't worry about it. In the meantime, I'm out of here.